Hi, I'm Brianna, and this is Brianna Entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur. I have a business, and I'm also a stay-at-home mom. So I wanted to share this small element of my life that I feel has some relevance to all of us who are in this like mid stage between, you've decided you want to change your life, but you haven't done it yet. And I think that talking about this particular topic only enhances the process. So, I think it was April, I was driving down to Nashville for a wedding. That weekend, I was going by myself, never been to a wedding by myself, especially like not driven 4 hours to just go to a wedding by myself. That was a big weekend for me. One of the things what I really wanted to accomplish with that time to myself was make a lot of like mental progress on where I was in life, where I was with my businesses, and make some decisions about various things that, sometimes I just don't have time to think. Being at home with my 3-year-old and not completely coping well all the time, or like not thriving all the time. I needed that extra time to think. One of the things I wanted to accomplish by the time I got down there is I needed to decide what to tell people when they ask, "What do you do?" A couple months before, or actually a couple weeks before, I had been to a women's walk at my college. And a couple people asked what I did, and I just really fumbled, and I felt embarrassed, and I was disappointed, because I think the way you talk about yourself is really important to, helping you to like fully embody this idea you may have, or we have, of ourselves. So I wanted to fix that. What I decided was that by the time I got to Nashville, what I decided was when people ask what I do, I will say I am between a stay-at-home mom and an entrepreneur, and that is still what I say. I think that it's effective, and I think it's important, and I'm going to tell you why. I actually hate when people say, "and I'll tell you why," because if I'm explaining something to you, isn't it safe to assume why is going to be part of what I'm explaining? So I don't like to say I'm an entrepreneur for a few reasons. One, it's kind of cliche at this point. Everyone's an entrepreneur. So many entrepreneurs on The Bachelor, Bachelorette, and it really just means like they're unemployed. So I don't really want to paint myself into that trope when I don't necessarily have the proof, It would be one thing if I was like, "Oh, I own this business, this business, or I sell these products," but I don't have that yet. So I don't really want to say that. And I don't think that it accurately reflects my life. So to me, if I'm unironically saying that I'm an entrepreneur, it means that I make money, I generate my own income, and it's part of my lifestyle. But right now, the money I generate does not support our lifestyle. Well, hopefully, if I were to make a lot of money, my lifestyle wouldn't change significantly. But I think to portray myself accurately, I don't want to indicate that I am, contributing to our household finances. But I also don't want to sound like a joke. So those are the reasons I don't want to say I'm an entrepreneur. But I also don't want to say that I'm a stay-at-home mom, which is generally how I answer. Like if I'm filling something out, I'll just say homemaker. I used to tell people I was a homemaker, but I feel that is dishonoring to me and dishonoring to this process, because and it's more about like how I feel when I say it. I think I'm usually just discrediting all the work and the growth that I've done, and minimizing what it is I actually do contribute, or like, I just think that I need to affirm myself at every chance, and we'll talk about that more later. But the reason I don't want to say I'm a stay-at-home mom is because I don't think stay-at-home mom while it accurately reflects my lifestyle, My schedule is fluid around my child, and I do have to worry about taking my kid. I am home all day, you know. That's what it does capture, but it doesn't capture what my priorities are. And sometimes I think that when people don't know that I have a business that I'm working and trying to grow and trying to start another business, I might seem like kind of selfish because I don't want to do certain things with my kid. I'm like, I don't want to be going here and there all day, or I can't be doing that. Like, it just seems like I need to express that I have other priorities, or priorities that are different than a different stay-at-home mom might have. So that's why I feel like it's important to say it. Like, I can't just say I'm a stay-at-home mom, because I don't feel like that really I don't think that really gives people a picture of who I am. Also, my goals. So I have friends, their goals are centered around their kids. And based on who I am as a person, my goals are not. I mean, obviously my child is a part of that, but ultimately I would prefer to work full time and have, well, full time. I don't think you're exactly winning if you're working just as many hours as everybody else. But I would like to be able to have help come in so that I can work, because I feel like I have something to contribute to. Something like, for me to directly contribute to a society that's not in the form of raising my child. I mean, I'm still going to raise my kid, but I just think I have other gifts to bring to the world. So I hope that, so I'm trying to capture that when I don't just say that I'm a stay-at-home mom. So I think it's important how we talk about ourselves in this transitional period, because we are always affirming or invalidating what we're doing. And a lot of this journey for me has been about like seeing myself as the person that I want to be and taking myself seriously. That's the biggest thing. I think when you don't sound serious, when you don't sound credible, when you're describing what you do or who you are, people can't take you seriously, and then you can't take yourself seriously. Like, I just think that knowing who you are and what you do helps you to be more serious about your business, and it also helps you to have a little bit more accountability about who you are. You know, like, you want to, if I say I'm a business coach, then I probably should like do business coach stuff. I just feel like, you know, being clear on who you are helps direct what you prioritize. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, sometimes I say I'm between a stay-at-home mom and entrepreneur, and the person who asks doesn't want to know anything else. And sometimes that hurts my feelings or makes me feel self-conscious, because I'm like, oh, they don't take me seriously. But it's really not important. A lot of times people are asking because they just want to know, like, are you at home or not? Or they want to know, you know, just what you do with your time. So me saying that kind of answers it. And then sometimes people just don't know what to say. And it's important not to internalize other people's opinions. I think me figuring out what to say is mainly for me, but it also is for the benefit of other people knowing. But for me, it's mainly about me taking myself seriously, giving credit for the work I've done. Success Unlock has made a lot of money, and that matters to me. Even if it isn't something that my business partner mentions, I still should be proud of the work I've done. Like, the value my business has to me, or the transformation has for me, doesn't have to have anything to do with anybody else's perception of it, or even the other person involved in it. So I wanted to come on here and share that, and just encourage everybody to, you know, get your story straight, figure out what you want to say, be clear on who you are and where you are in the process. I don't think you should act bigger than you are, but I also don't think that you should act smaller than you are. You should honor where you are in the process and affirm that you are where you're supposed to be. I also wanted to mention that while what we do might seem small, or if we're not at a place where our business takes up a lot of time, yields a reliable income, or, you know, really changes our lifestyle in terms of what we spend time doing or what kind of how we live financially, every idea around us, everything around us started with an idea. So it still is valid even if it's not huge yet. I was thinking about it like, even if I have a baby, I don't say I kind of have a kid. I have a kid, it's just a newborn, it's just preschooler, it's just a middle schooler. Like it's still a kid, it's just not fully mature. And that's the same thing about our business. Like, it's still real, it's just we haven't matured it yet. So, but we still need to honor it for being real. Hope that's clear. I hope to come to you with more insight into the incessant inner workings of my mind. You guys have a good day.